To analyze algorithm complexity in the later video, we need a large set of random numbers. So in this data.gen.cpp file, let's generate a file with a large set of random numbers. So for convenience, let's define k as 1000, but actually 1 kilobytes means 1024 bytes, so which is to the 10th power. But for convenience, we just use 1000 for convenience. But if you want to be very precise, 1024 may be better though. Then instead of random number generation, so if we do random function which generates a random number 0 through the maximum integer the system defines, depending on the platform the max integer may be different though. But instead of this one, let's have a range of the random numbers. So range is, for example, 10,000 is the range. We are going to generate random number, which means after generating random number, we take a modulus of range, then number will be in this range. To generate random number, we need to see random number seed, set the random number seed first by reading the current time from the system. And then srand time need to include the library cstdlib is for srand, and c time library for time function using namespace std there. And let's prompt how many data the user wants to generate. We are going to generate several files, 1K, 2K, and the like. So let's ask cout how many thousands of data. Cout is of course in IO stream library. Then let's define n, cin n there, and then we are going to prompt data file name, the name of the file to store random number string file name, cin file name there. And here, as you read from the keyboard as a string, white spaces, blank and tab are not allowed, so no blank there. And then we are going to open a file to write that is in fstream library. So using fstream library now, ofstream is to write, create the file and to write, and then data file, it's there, and then data file, open function, and then give a file name. But here, file name to give in open requires a C style string. So string is a C++, but this open function requires a C, all the C styles. So you can call C underscore str function call, then which converts the C++ string into C string, C style string. So open function works for that. So we are ready to now generate the random numbers. Int size is we have read n,000 times k. That's the number of data we are going to generate for int I is 0, I less than size plus plus. Now we can generate a random number but we are going to put into range, but we want to have half of them negative, so let's shift by half, then about half will be negative, the other half will be positive, and the like. So this number we are going to store into file, so data file, like C out, then this number is stored into the file, and then let's give a blank, and then every oftentimes let's give a line break if we want to visually read that. So I modulus 10 0, then data file indl, like that, then give line break. When all done, let's give a line break when everything's done, and then we are going to close that. Then data file is all closed, now created. Then let's check how many positive and how many negative are created. So here int p count, negative count is there, and let's open a file. So it's if stream is to read, in file if stream is, there's typo, then in file open, file name is a file name C string conversion, and then while in file is data, so can read this way, so define integer number, integer variable, and then after reading, if the reading is successful, this is a true, otherwise a false. So when it becomes a false is that when you reach at the end of the file, reading furthermore is a false, so while loop will quit there, and then if data is negative, then n count is incremented, otherwise p count is incremented. So p count is positive or 0 is there. Once all done, in file close, and then let's print cout positive or 0 count is p count, and then negative count, so let's give like that, and this one. So let's test the program. C++ data.gen.cpp. Let's give executable code as a gen. If you are using Windows, you could be exe, but the Mac, you don't need a suffix there. Then gen, how many data? 1k. File name 1k.txt. Then positive, negative. So we have about half and half. So let's also say cout total p count plus n count, like that. That'd be better. So let's compile again, and then let's run now 2000 file name 2k.txt, 2000 about FNF. So we have 1000 data and 2000 data and the like. So later we are going to need 4K as well. 4K.txt, and then 8K, 8K.txt, and then 16K.txt, like that. So now later as we need, you can call this gen program and then generate the random numbers like this one.